everybody, my name is Chelsea and I am super passionate with helping underrepresented groups find career opportunities in international affairs and to travel boldly overseas with confidence. And this video is one of the last videos that I have of Ramotulahi Jallow. She is a lawyer who specializes in international affairs, especially international arbitration and human rights. In this video, I have a conversation with Ramotulahi about her experiences interning with the United Nations, specifically with UN CITRAL. In this video, we talk about her process of applying to the United Nations, what a day in the life of a UN intern looks like, and any advice and tips that she has for people who are interested in interning with the United Nations. Before we begin, make sure you hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with content related to international affairs, career opportunities, travels overseas, and be sure to hit that like button because it breaks the YouTube algorithm and more people can be able to see this video. All right, let's get started. Internship. So the first question is, how does someone get a UN internship? Do you need to be well connected? Did you have connections?
So before I got my internship, I thought I had to be well connected or, to get an internship with the UN. So for that, during my second year of law school, I did this program. It's Youth Assembly. So it's for youth all over the world. They come and meet in New York, and they talk about things that they want to do to help the world, and also to promote the Sustainable Development Goals for the United Nations. So yeah, I did that, and like it's also tied in with the UN, but not really necessarily because they host a lot of events, and you can visit the United Nations, and people who work for the United Nations attend these events. So I did that, and in the process of that, I met a lot of people. I got connected with few people who work for the UN. So from that, I started attending. I attended few events at the United Nations during the UN General Assembly, and I was able to learn a little bit about the UN from that and network with other people. So I thought that by doing that, I would be able to, get an internship that way by speaking to staff that work for the UN. But that wasn't really the case, to be honest. Maybe for others, but in my own experience, I applied to a lot of internships during my time in law school for UN internship because I always wanted to work for the UN, and I didn't get into any. I applied to different places like in DC, in Geneva, all over. Any opportunities that were available that I believe tied to my interest. So I did that for a year or two, and I didn't get into any. So during my after I graduated law school, and when I developed an interest in international arbitration, I applied for an internship with UNCITRAL. So that's the United Nations Commission on International Trade Law. So they do work involving international trade and also arbitration. So when I applied for the internship, first I had, now that I remember, I applied for an internship at the New York office in the headquarters in New York. And then I think I got a phone interview, but I didn't get a call back after that. So, and then I applied for the internship with UNCITRAL in Vienna. And that was when I received an email just saying that I got accepted without conducting an interview.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I did that, and then I was supposed to be in Vienna for the internship. And then because of the coronavirus, it happened. So I've been doing my internship remotely.
So I want to go back and touch on like a bit of the process. And so the process, so when you applied for one of the internships, you got a phone call, I think you said in New York. Did you have a written test or anything, or it was just a phone call, or what?
Yeah, so I had after the phone interview, I had to do like a written test, like a memo type of thing, and I did that. So I think I didn't pass it that time because I didn't get a call back. But it was completely different from UNCITRAL because that was a different department.
So I guess it depends on like what department then. Like the
I'm
process
guessing
has been.
based on my experience. That's what I say, to be honest with you. I'm guessing it depends on the department that you're applying for.
And so in the last video, we talked about that you're a law school graduate, you have your law degree. Is law, do you have to study law? And what should people study if they want to be a UN intern?
Usually with the United Nations, you don't have to study law because there's different fields. There's really different field that you can do an internship in, not only necessarily in the law field. They look at if you're in higher education, if you're pursuing to get your master's more, but there have also been other people who have had the internship when they have a bachelor's degree. But they look at the if you're pursuing a higher education.
What does like your average day typically look like?
I have a meeting every day with my supervisor, with other interns, because there are also other interns who are interning virtually from different countries. But I mostly do research, like in investor state disputes and helping my supervisor in issues if they are having a session that involves international arbitration, if it's in mediation.
What has been the most challenging aspect of applying for the UN internships?
I think the most challenging is just being consistent because some people tend to give up. So if you're not consistent in, staying true to your dreams, your passion about, working for the UN, like it can really hold you back if you don't believe that you can do it because it's difficult applying to the same place, applying, and don't get a call back. Application together and then applying and you're not getting a call back. So in looking at the rejection letters, because it's very difficult to get through that process.
And then my final question is, what advice do you have for someone who is considering a UN internship?
It's very very difficult, but you have to stay consistent. If you really 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 want it, you have to work very hard, stay consistent, and don't give up. Keep on applying. And if you can say to you can if you can get into networking events at the United Nations, like attend it and learn one or two things from staff who work there, that can help you maybe in your application process or like in your cover letter. Because I find that like when I was attending these international arbitrations, like networking events and workshops, like I mentioned that in my cover letter when I applied for my internship with the with the institute that I'm doing right now. So I'm not sure if that helped me or not. So, and also it depends on the kind of internship that you're applying for, because sometimes they ask you questionnaires and you have to make sure you answer the questions asked as, answer them as asked. Don't try to add anything extra. Just go straight to the point and directly answer what you're asked. So it depends on the area or the internship and don't give up. If you really want it, stay consistent.
If you're interested in more videos like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the like button so that more people can see this video.